Today, the topic of our meeting is Automation One-on-One, how to grow and scale your business with automation. Just few, I forgot the word for that. Make sure, if you have any questions, put them into the chat box. Before the question, please put in capital letters the word question so that it's easy for me to pick it up. I will stop once in a while, look at the questions and try to answer as we go. And at the end, we are going to have time for questions and answers so that nobody is going to go without answers to all the questions they have, to which I have answers. So I don't have answers to everything. I'm sorry to let you know that. So we've already gone through these two questions. We will touch them again later on. And let's get started. So if you're here today, and from what I'm seeing in the chat, you are a business owner. And I am pretty sure that if you are like me, you have opened your business with a dream to create a successful business on your own terms, have more freedom, have more money, and do meaningful work. Unfortunately, if you are like many entrepreneurs that I know of, the dream is not exactly the reality. You may find yourself overwhelmed with a lot of tasks. You find yourself working long hours, wearing multiple hats, and not sure how to grow your business. Well, this doesn't have to be that way. So automation doesn't solve everything, but it can help you solve some of the challenges and help you work on your business and not in your business. And yeah, so hopefully today, at the end of the meeting, you are going to be more inspired to use automation. So before we dive in, just a quick introduction of myself. My name is Michelle Castillo, and I'm not sure you're seeing me. I'm a mechanical engineer by profession. I worked in a lot of places around the world, mostly with car companies, until I arrived to Vancouver about 18 years ago. I have a lot of history with automation. The company that I worked for in the beginning of my career for 15 years was actually a software company that helped manufacture, mostly car companies, to simulate automated processes on the manufacturing line. So if you haven't realized yet, I'm a geek. Today, I own a business that is called Bigger Impact.tech, or the longer name, which is Bigger Impact Digital Growth Systems. And I have given myself the title Chief Digital Marketing Engineer. So we do a lot of, we build websites, we build automation, we create entire marketing systems for experts, coaches, thought leaders, and a lot of home service businesses, as well as lawyer, insurance companies, and so on. So we've seen a lot of stuff, not everything, but mostly small business stuff. And yeah. So what we're going to talk about today, can you please in the chat tell me if you're seeing the entire screen, or am I hiding some of the stuff with my own image? I'll do it again. Okay, well, yes, I'll take it as a yes. So today we're going to talk about the benefits of automation for business growth and scaling, how to identify processes that can be automated in your business, how automation can help you build relationship and grow your business, and how automation can help you serve your clients better. So let's try and clarify what automation is. First, in this context, I'm talking about the business automation, unlike the automation that I was involved in the beginning of my career. So the definition is, Automation is a tool that allows you to automate tasks such as sending emails and text messages based on prospects and clients' actions. Well, I'm afraid that this didn't really help. So, didn't help you to understand better what automation is, comparing to what you thought about automation a minute ago. So I'd like us to go through an experiment, and hopefully you are willing to play with me. And if you could take out your cell phone and text the word automation to the phone number on the screen, 604-200-3699. And what this is going to do is you're going to get a response from this number asking you for your name and for your email. And then in a few minutes, you are going to get a copy, and you're going to be the first ones ever to get a copy of a new ebook that we have published this week that is titled The Automated Follow-Up Blueprint. So I'm going to give you a minute or two to do that. Meanwhile, I just want to assure you, we are not selling your name or phone number or email to anyone. And if you don't want to get any more emails from me in the future, you can opt out by clicking the unsubscribe link at the bottom of any email you're going to get from me, and you will be off our list immediately. So hopefully it helps you make the decision that you're going to participate in this game. If you could put in the chat something to say that you have doing that, or that you are done. And yeah, thank you, Rai. We are later on towards the end of the meeting. I'm going to actually show you the behind the scenes of this process. So there's something to look forward to. Okay, so before I'm going to give you some examples of what automation can do for your marketing, I want to introduce a term which is life cycle marketing. What is life cycle marketing? In simple words, it's just sending the right communication and messages to leads, clients, prospects at the right time when they expect, depending on the stage that they are in your funnel or client's journey or whatever you want to call it. So the first step is always to collect the leads. You want to find them where they are. You want to attract them and capture their name and email. And then the next stage is the attempt to convert them into clients. So you want to engage with them, make offers, eventually close, get some the first payment from them. And then marketing doesn't stop there. You always want to keep on marketing to your existing clients, convert them into funds, hopefully repeat orders, and hopefully they will end up recommending you to their friends and family, give you testimonials and review. So you can automate each stage of this journey, and I'm going to give you examples about a few, and then we're going to dive in more details to the front end of this journey. So what can you do to collect leads? You can automate the follow-up after a networking event. You could offer a lead magnet. If you don't know what a lead magnet is, we're going to talk about it in a bit more details in a few minutes. And then you can follow up. You can have a free consult. You can automate the contact us form on your webpage and make the response faster. You can, for example, just to impress you, you can automatically parse emails that come from other systems. So this, because we have a realtor in the audience, I can give you an example when you would do that. So some MLS or property listing sites will send realtors emails with a lead. And you could actually use a tool it's called Parsi, who will read the email and put it into your CRM, and then you can do with this lead anything you want. You can follow up with a text message or with an email. You can ask them questions, you can qualify them, and so on. The converting clients stage. So although we have only 3 bullet points there, this is where a lot of the effort is happening. You want to follow up, you want to nurture the leads that were captured in the previous step. So you want to send newsletters, special offers, and you can even send a happy birthday to prospects. That, by the way, why the last message I've sent you asks you for the birthday time. So I can actually, if you stay in our system, you will get some kind of a text message congratulating, saying happy birthday on your birthday, assuming you put the correct date in. And I can even send you a picture or a card. The reason I'm focusing a little bit more on text is because text is open more often, and it's actually, texts usually are opened very quickly, and they don't go to the spam mailbox. And finally, what you can do to create fans with new clients. So my favorite is the new customer onboarding. You can do a lot of things with that. For example, let's say you are a realtor and you have someone who just started listing a new house from you, a house with you, then you could automatically send them videos that explain them how to prepare their home for the viewings, send them some documents so that they can automatically sign them up, and so on. Any other business, this is a really highly dependent on the type of business you run, and because every business has different things that they have to give to new customers. But having this in place can give a better and consistent experience to your clients or customers. It can save you a lot of time. And yeah, so we can, and you can, this is also something you can build up. So you start small, and then every time you identify that, oh, we are doing this manually every time, maybe we should start putting this into automation. You can also ask for testimonials automatically, send a past client check-in of some sort, hoping to get more, some referrals or repeat business. You can send the same happy birthday text that to clients too. I have a client who actually uses a cards service, which is called Mailbox Power. And from within their automation platform, they actually request the real card service to send a birthday card to their contacts 2 weeks before the birthday happens. So you can even automate snail mail activities using automation. Okay, so now that we gave a big overview about what automation can do for marketing, let's dive into lead capture and follow-up. Reason is, most of you, I'm sure, and not only a lot of business owners that I speak to, the leads are the biggest pain they have. This is what having more leads is basically the blood of their business. If they don't have more leads, then they don't have a business. So that's why we're going to focus on that. And so, yeah, so I want to start with a quick story. This week, or last week, depending how you count weeks, it was Sunday, and our kitchen sink got clogged. It always happens on the weekend. And so we needed a plumber. So I have called 4 plumbers, and yeah, not all of them answered. And those that answered they were not really someone who knew. They couldn't even tell me how much it's going to cost. Apart from one, I called him, he didn't pick up, but after about a minute, I got a text back, and it was an automatic text telling me, I'll show you the actual text in a couple of minutes, but yeah, this is the guy I hired because I got a quick response. When you look for some service, often the speed of response impacts your decision. In my case, I just hire business owners that way. I used to buy real estate for investment, and if I needed a new realtor in a new city, I would call a few and see who answers. And it's amazing how many of them didn't even get back to me, even though I left a message. So yeah, hopefully I motivated you enough to want to improve on that side of your business if it's not already improved. And so let's start with the contact us page. A lot of businesses have a contact us page that has an email and a phone number, and that's it. Others have a contact us form. But what happens is that a lot of those contact requests just go into an email or into a phone. And if you happen to be on a long weekend and you're not there to respond, then you may lose the lead just for the reason that I've just mentioned, especially if it's a web lead. They don't know you yet. They have no relationship with you, so they're more likely just to go somewhere else. In my case, what I do is I send them a message asking them to schedule a Zoom meeting with me. And I used to actually do it manually. I am ashamed to admit. I used to copy and paste the text saying, here's my online calendar, go and schedule a meeting. But now I can be on a whole 1 week vacation in Hawaii, and they get an immediate response, and then they can go and look at my calendar, and they will see that next week is available. They schedule a meeting, and now all I have to do is come and show up. Of course, there's still the risk that they may find someone else during this week, but I'm not giving up my vacations. So it just makes it better. So how do you do that? You need a form on your website that actually has some kind of an integration that will create the responses. You have to set up the emails that go out, and you're all set. Following up after networking events. So networking event is something that a lot of us do in order to create leads, build relationship. And if you're like me, and I've been in business, as I said, 11 years, I always come to my office, and with a package of business cards. And at best, I will pick 1 or 2 and connect to them in LinkedIn or maybe in email. That's it. And this is a big waste, because what's the point to going to a networking event and ending up not connecting and not networking with people beyond that? So the solution to that is to implement an automatic or semi-automatic system. So what do I mean by semi-automatic? A lot of the connection you create in a networking event tend to be of different types. You may find someone that you want to collaborate with, and maybe someone that you just want to have coffee with and be friends with, and someone that you actually want to offer your services to. So how would you do that? You don't want just to send them all the same email, right? So one solution, which is the easiest one, is just send them a quick message saying, hey, it was so nice to meet you in the event yesterday. Another solution is to create few different options for responses, and then create some kind of interface, depending on the tech that you use, that allows you to enter the details and say, okay, this is for collaboration, this is just for coffee, this is, they want to see my white paper or ebook, and so on. And then if you have a good CRM system, you can even use some kind of, the system I use, which is called Keep, we can actually scan business cards directly into the CRM. So, and then I just have this form, click, oh, which option I want, and the rest is automatic. So that's why I call it semi-automatic. And of course, you can use an assistant to do that too, if you have one. Automating missed phone calls. So we've already talked about that. So this is the message that I got from Nasip from Maindrain. And yeah, so you can do that. There are solutions to do that. It's similar in a way to what we've done before with the sending the text to a specific phone number. And yeah. Okay, so the big one that everybody usually is very familiar with is the lead magnet delivery and follow-up. So just to clear what lead magnet is, if you don't know what lead magnet is. So a lead magnet is also called irresistible offer or irresistible free offer. I actually like the irresistible free offer because it explains better what that is. So you offer your target audience something that they really, really want. And they want it so much that they give you their name and their email and maybe their phone number and so on. So what you're seeing on the screen is an example. And this example, I have specifically put this example on the screen because this specific offer started me on a path where I ended up paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It started with me searching somewhere about social media and getting to this page that offered ultimate social media swipe file. Don't look for it. I don't think it exists there anymore. It used to be on the digitalmarketer.com website. And when I filled it in, the next page, they offered me, I think, membership that would cost me $1 to join their membership website, where there were all kind of execution plans for marketing. And from there, they convinced me to sign up for their different digital marketing certifications. And from there, they convinced me to become a digital marketer's partner and to go to a conference in San Diego. And so it all started with that. And I'm showing it so that you can see how something very small ended up driving me all the way to paying them a lot of money. Up until today, I paid them $100 a month. So it was worth their effort to create this swipe file. So how does it look? Well, the lead magnet itself is something that a lot of people actually struggle with. That's why I put it last on the list of automations, because you have to come up with something that is really effective, but something that people really want. And no, it cannot be a form that invite people to sign up for your list. It doesn't work anymore. And then you have to drive some kind of traffic. So you could offer this lead magnet on social media. You could offer it to people you meet in a networking event. You could, depending again what you do, you could offer it to people who come to your website from a Google search or from Google Ads. And then you want them to actually say, yes, I want this lead magnet. You can put the offer in different places. You can put in the homepage. You can put it on different pages on the site. You can put a pop-up when they try to leave your website, telling them, hey, don't leave. Maybe you want this. And then once they opt in, you send them to a thank you page. And you can put on this page a lot of different good things, such as an offer similar to what I've received, the $1 membership, which is today, as I said, $97 a month. Or you can invite them to something else, or a webinar or more information. You can put a video of yourself, or you can do the very simple, thank you for requesting my lead magnet, and I'm going to send it to you soon. And then you actually send the lead magnet. And the most important thing is what you do after that. Okay, so if you have a new lead, then you know what they're interested in because they have just requested this report, then you must nurture them. You have to send them additional information that pertains to the same topic. You want to offer them to meet with you for free consultation and so on. Another statistics, businesses that use marketing automation to nurture prospects experience 451% increase in qualified leads. So I didn't do this research. I did not verify it, but I did find it on HubSpot website. They're pretty reliable. So you might have heard that in order to close a sale, you need at least 7 conversations with the lead. So yeah, that's the purpose of bringing people into your database. But if you don't do anything beyond that, then you're just wasting time. And the reason I'm highlighting it is because I have seen so many times that I opted in to get a certain report and got 1 email, and that's it. So please, please don't do that. If you put a lead magnet out, make sure that you know what's the next step. Okay, so now the question is, how do you decide? We talked a lot about a lot of options, and the question is, how do you decide what to do first, right? Because there's different places you could work on. If you are a relatively new business, often the collecting and converting lead is the most important. But sometimes the last step is the most important one. I'll give you an example. So I have an insurance agent that I met in a networking event, and we do all our insurance with her. And I tried to convince her to do automation, but they didn't take me on that. But they have a churn of about 30% a year. So 30% of their clients are not going to renew with them. And for simple reasons, it's relatively easy to move between insurance companies. Other insurance company may have better prices and so on. But if she could use an automation to reduce this churn by 10%, I mean, instead of 30%, 20%, go down to 20%, the long-term impact would be amazing because this is a compound reduce of losing clients. And so I tried to convince her, instead of going with my offer to do automation, she has put someone that texted manually. And I had a funny experience because one day my insurance was due for renewal, and I got a text, "Hi, Michelle, your insurance is due for renewal." And 5 minutes later, I got another message, "Hi, Maria, your insurance is due for renewal," because the person who did this manually made a mistake. And that's an advantage of automation that is sometimes overlooked, and this is the consistency. Sometimes people, if you have an automation that has been tested and it works, it's less likely to make human errors. Anyway, so this was a little bit of a side track. So when you decide where to start with automation, you have to think about your business and what it is that you're doing today in all these different areas. If you want, you can also rank yourself how good you're doing that. And then you start in the place which is going to be the most beneficial. So this is just a screenshot of a spreadsheet that we use. The spreadsheet has also other information like what kind of things you could do, what kind of automations you can do. We also call them plays. So this is an example of someone who went through this exercise. I think he's here. He had the next step is there are a few options. You could create it because you don't have it. You can automate it. You can optimize it, and so on. So this is his plan. And then once you have this overview, you can actually say, okay, I'm going to do this first and this second, and so on. Okay, so I just wanted to say that you can automate more tasks in your business. It doesn't have to be all around marketing. For example, I have a client that makes huge usage of automation in general. Every new lead that they are in the finance industry. So every new person that needs to work with them needs to go through a very long sales process, and everything is automated. But just a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the situation where an existing client wants to get an additional product, an additional life insurance or something like that. And turns out that when this is happening, the assistant actually does everything manually. She has this format of an email that she cuts and pastes, and she sends them some links, and she sends it manually. And now we are in the process actually of implementing something for her that all she'll have to do is open the CRM, find the contacts that requested that, and push a button. And so they're gonna have it, not only that she will save time, but also if she goes on vacation, the other assistant doesn't have to learn her entire process. All she has to do is to be able to find the contact in the database and just push a button, and that's it. So the big process around this, if you are overwhelmed with what you do, remember, ask you in the beginning, what tasks do you spend most time of the week on? So often you will find that you are spending time on tasks that you probably shouldn't do. So the eliminate, delegate, automate method, which I cannot tell you who invented it, but it is a thing, tells you to go through the list of tasks and see which ones are actually unnecessary. You should eliminate them. Which ones are low priority, non-repetitive, you can delegate them. And those that are repetitive processes, you should attempt to automate them. And just like what I just told you with this finance company, you can do it for sure in your business too. And then you can focus on the high value activities and actually grow your business. So technology. So a lot of people get scared when it comes to the technology that relates to this automation. Some people, let me show you something. Okay, so this picture you're seeing on the screen is created by a company called Chief Martech. Martech stands for Marketing Technology. And they, since 2010, I think, have been creating this image, a single image that captures all the different marketing technologies that exist in the marketplace in that year. So what you're seeing on the screen is the 2010. I'm sure that if you have your glasses on, or if you have good sight, you can see the names of most of the technology companies. Now, this is the 2020 landscape that they have created. So yes, you can zoom in and see the names, but there are, as they say on the left, 8,000 different technology solutions. Not all of them are for automation, but the reason I'm putting it on the screen is that you have an idea how overwhelming the technology landscape can be, even if you don't try to dig in. So what do you do? How do you even go about choosing your technology? Well, my approach is recipes, because really there are, for marketing automation and email marketing, there are probably, I don't know, somewhere around 100, I didn't really count, but I assume about 100 different solutions. And some of them have a big commission check to affiliate, so they promote it and you cannot really rely on any review. And yeah, you can go down the rabbit hole and not come up with any decision. So what I always say is that I just choose a recipe that I know works, and that's what I use. So this is my recipe. That's what we use. We use 4 websites and landing pages and pop-up forms and all that. We use WordPress and a suite of tools that is called Thrive Themes. This is for our stuff. For our clients, we usually also use Thrive Themes. Sometimes we use Elementor or Divi. I'm just saying it before you actually ask me what I think about those. Okay, and then for the CRM and automation and calendar and SMS, we use Keep. If you never heard about Keep, it is used to be called Infusionsoft. So maybe you've heard about Infusionsoft. We also use a tool called Fix Your Funnel, and this is a tool that is integrated straight into Keep, and that's the tool we have used to do this back and forth SMS messaging automation earlier today. I'm still going to show you how it worked soon. Other tools that I know work pretty well are ActiveCampaign, Go High Level, or High Level is pretty popular nowadays. This is mostly because they have very good affiliate commission. It is a very good fit to some businesses, and it's not a good fit for others. So we have to think if it's a good fit for your business. We use a tool that's called PlusDs that connects Keep to a lot of other platforms such as Zoom and DocuSign and you name it. The Fix Your Funnel, which I've mentioned. Parsi, which is a tool that gets emails and parses them, and the email can be in any format, and they can push your information into a lot of other CRMs. I know they work with Keep and ActiveCampaign. I'm not sure about High Level. So this is the time to show you what happened behind the scene. Let me see if you have any questions. Well, so far, no questions. So let's take a look. I am going to go out of my presentation. Go to here. Okay. And I'm going to show you my Keep dashboard. So this is Keep. This is the dashboard. It is actually, I don't want to show too much about that because it's going to take me very, very long, and I'm happy to show any of you more about Keep privately. But let's introduce you to a few things that happened. So I actually want also to go to Fix Your Funnel. So Fix Your Funnel, they don't have a beautiful user interface, but they do beautiful work. Okay, now I can hear automation, auto conversations. Okay, so this is the conversation that you had, and I have defined it inside Fix Your Funnel. So they have this interface that actually lets me define the text that is being sent every time. So it's defined as, okay, you send the text automation to this number, and then I can define what I'm going to say and where the input is going to go. So I'm asking you what's your name, and when you're going to respond, it's going to be into the first name field. And this goes straight into Keep. And then I ask you what's the email and so on. And finally, I give you the message that you're going to get your report soon. So I could make it as long as I want, and I can ask any question that I want. So if you are in a completely different business, let's say you are a realtor, you can ask people, well, first you can trigger an automation like that in different ways. You could actually trigger it from without the initial text. So you could ask people, oh, where are you looking to buy? Or are you looking to buy or sell? And then do some further conversation to qualify them a little bit. It's not an entire kind of survey feature. That is another feature they have somewhere else. But anyway, so what happened there, for example, if I look here, also when the email is accepted, my contact that has been added to the CRM also gets tagged. And what is a tag? It's just like a sticky tape, a sticky note on your name. So let's see what happens there. So Keap has two different types of automation, and this one is advanced automation. So this is actually the report. And what we can see here, I'm gonna actually show you what's behind the boxes in a second, is that there are 5 people who started that. Some of them are my family who didn't go through when I was testing that. But then the tag was applied, the tag from here. So they were added, and the phone number is the first thing that goes in, and the tag is applied. And then we are waiting here for the next tag. So we're waiting for the name to come in. And when it comes, the next tag is assigned. And then we are waiting for the email. And when the email comes in, we actually activate a different automation that actually sends you the report. Also, at that stage, I also ask you for your birthday. So this is, I hope it doesn't sound like Hebrew to you, and that is clear. You ask me if you have any questions, but this is the Keap automation builder that, in my opinion, is better than anything else out there. If you have used ever anything such as ActiveCampaign or anything else, every square here would go in a separate automation. It's really hard to get a very good overview of what's going on. So what happens here is we can remove and add tags. So that's what I'm doing here. But the interesting thing here that has to do with automation, I'm actually waiting for 30 minutes. And if someone did not enter the name, I communicate back to the Fix Your Funnel tool, and I ask them again, hey, you didn't put your name yet. So please do. And if this tag is applied before the 30 minutes, they actually being pulled out of the sequence and they go to the next sequence. So they're not going to get this nudge if they give the information. And the same thing goes with the email. So again, we're playing a little bit with the tags. We wait 30 minutes. And if someone didn't send the email, then we're going to ask for it again. So if you've ever worked with any other automation system, just to make sure that you understand, this is called goal. So the goal has been achieved. The goal in this case is we got the name. So we are jumping to here. I know this can be a little bit confusing, but it is what it is. Hopefully you understand. Otherwise, you are welcome to ask questions. So let's see how it worked from the point of view of the individual contact. Now I'm going to look for Rai because I know Rai will forgive me. Oh, Rai. You see, I have your contact twice. So this is something that happens sometimes, and we have a tool to combine contacts that are duplicate. And the reason that it is duplicate is because when the conversation started, actually, I'm not sure why. it just happens, and it happens in a lot of tools. In any case, let's see what we have here. So we can see all the tags that were assigned to Rai. And actually, these are not the tags that were created by the Fix Your Funnel. Those were tags that were designed to trigger the actions, but I want to keep track of what happened. So I have all these tags now. I can know what happened. So if Rai is going to ask for the same report in 1 month, she will still get it, but the date of the original request will stay today. So today chose today, but in 1 month it's going to show May 10. So yeah, and we can see what emails has been sent. So she sent an email. I can see that she didn't open, because she opened, you see she opened this email. She didn't open that one. So this is really great. I sometimes make use of that for clients who are late with invoices. For example, I had one client who didn't pay, and then when I shut down his website, he told me a story, and he actually uses Keep too. So I just could tell him, I thought you opened my email 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it's something I really like this feature, to know if people open or not. And of course, I mean, apart from personal liking, it's also something that you want to keep tabs on, if people open or not your emails, because if they don't, then you probably want a better subject line. Anyway, again, getting sidetracked, so I will stop there. And I want to open the stage for questions. I may actually stop the sharing, so that if you are willing to share your face with me, this would be nice. So what do you think? Are you gonna go for automation?
Hey, Michelle, that was a really good session. Like you and I had a little chat recently about how I'm starting to use different automation in what I'm doing. So that was really helpful. The question I have, do you actually help populate the information in the automation for your clients?
Oh, what we do is we actually establish the entire system. So it depends what they do. I can show you an example, actually. That will be an interesting one.
So with your expertise, you figure out what to say in response to the emails coming in, like as it pertains to the clients, or?
So this one is usually a combined effort, because yes, there are certain industries that I know better than the others, but usually it's the voice of the business owner that needs to be out there, right? So, but what we do is we work together. So we have a few sessions, we discuss what they need, we brainstorm, and eventually we come up with the strategy on how to do that. And nowadays, so we don't write copy, but nowadays it became so much easier with the ChatGPT that it actually removed a big barrier to achieving that. A lot of business owners get stuck at that stage, but now they can easily get unstuck if they use ChatGPT. And so that nowadays, I always give my clients templates. And if you receive the report, the automated follow-up blueprint, there is also some templates at the end. But this is a good starting point. You can actually use that to make it yours. So yeah,